welcome to the channel.
How's it going, bro?
Just to keep it good. Funny thing, guys, I saw his car on Facebook. He posted in the Honda Society group, and I wanted to message him. I wanted to message him because it's a really neat Fn2. So we're gonna dive straight into it. Tell me, Cleo, why Fn2? Why not a Civic, like a V16 or V20, something like that?
So funny enough, this is my second Fn2. So I've previously owned, so I've owned a Civic before. It wasn't a B16. It was a D150, which got me started on my entire Honda journey. Ever since then, it was a Civic.
Started there.
Yeah, started there. 150. Loved the car. Always loved the Civic. Always wanted one. Then I bought a EP shape because I would love the EP3. Obviously couldn't afford the EP3. So when I had that car, I think for like a month, and then I was like, this is slow. And then I bought my first Accord. So I bought Accord.
The same as Ashley's.
Yeah, well, it's an older spec. It's an older spec than Ashley's. Bought the car, modified it, and then I saw, funny enough, I saw this car. So I went to a dyno day. I saw this car at a dyno day. At that time, this car was supercharged. It was owned by Leeboy. And before that, I was so this is Leeboy's old car. And Leshwan, actually, who I bought it from. And this, I was like, I never liked the way the Fn2 looked. And then when I saw that car on the dyno, saw the power figures, I was like, I love this car. Yeah. And then ever since then, it was Fn2. So sold my Accord, did a few things to that, and then I bought a white Champ. That car was also completely done up. Then I went back to the Accord that I actually bought prior, because I was like, I'm not done with the Accord yet, because I had a look in my mind that I wanted to go with. Yeah, that I wanted to achieve. So it was a complete Mugen. So I bought like a Mugen Accord, Mugen wing, Mugen front, front grille, the whole works, everything like that. And I finished that car. And then I was like, I didn't finish a Fn2 the way that I wanted to. And then this car came for sale, and I was like, this is the car that made me start loving Fn2s. So when the opportunity came up to buy that, immediately sold my Accord within a week. I was like, boom, got this car. So I've had the car now for 8 months. Only 8 months. So there's still a lot. So this is what you see now is probably
the beginning stages.
It's very much so the beginning stages of what I want to do to this car. So I feel like the shape in itself is a very underrated shape.
Yeah,
I think a lot of guys like the way it looks stock, but I think there's just so much more that you can do with the car. So styling wise, yeah, I think it's really a very aggressive car, and you can just take it that much more
to the side. With the Seeker wing, and
that's also still it just accents it way much. So that was my thing with moving from the Accord to the Fn2. The Accord was very subtle, very streamlined, and there wasn't much you can do. It was a family car. And this, just the way the cockpit is orientated, the way it feels, it's just much more different. And whilst I still have I think whilst I still have my youth with me, and while I still have my posture and my back, I'll enjoy the kind of the sporty ride until
the young guy stuff.
Yeah, definitely.
So Ashley will stick to the old guy
stuff. Ashley's has back problems, you can tell him.
Current mods on the car, including like visual mods and engine wise.
Yeah, so like I said, phase 1 was a lot to do with visual. So I was lucky enough to get a lot of the bits and pieces that I needed to kind of make my vision come through. So what the car currently has on it has Tigawa front fog scoops, complete GP kit on the car. So what you see, the black in the front and the back. It has a full carbon Seeker wing. Then you see the ventilated carbon bonnet.
That goes together.
Yeah, so that goes together. Then we have the 18-inch C28s on the car.
Nice
purple, the Barney purple, with the matching kind of lilac calipers.
Yeah, it's a bit lighter than
it's a bit lighter, just to offset it. Offset the two. So that's kind of visually. Oh, and then we have the Climb Air visors as well on the car. And then engine wise, like I said, the next phase is probably going to be engine mods. Right now, all it has is it's a header, exhaust, and then on data, and that's about it.
That's also basic Cape Town stuff.
Yeah, basic Cape Town stuff. I think the next phase we're going to be pushing. We want to push a lot of power. So I first want the car to look nice. Instead of being a fast hook, it's going to be a nice looking slow car, and then later on reach its potential. Yeah, so that's the way we're modding it.
Is this your daily? Is it your race car? Is it the daily
this is a I would call it the race car, even though it has a race feel to it. But this is my daily car. It's the car I drive every single day. Luckily enough, I don't have to go into the office anymore. But this is grocery getter, go to the shop. Girlfriend drives the car, Sunday drives. It's just a get in and go car, really. Yeah.
So you really appreciate the car. You don't park it and look at it.
Yeah, no, the thing is, like, I think the Hondas are really made to be driven, and that's when you really enjoy them. Even though this is a very hard drive, it's something you get used to over time. So I really don't mind it, and I mean, I've put in all this work into to get in the car to look the way that it is. I like to have it appreciate. Yeah, I appreciate it. I like coming out to the shopping center and be like, oh, hey, whose car is that? Oh, okay, that's fine, thank you, and just click.
You said you're doing this car in phases. Like, this is phase 1 visually.
Yep.
So future plans, future mods, future phases, if I can call it like that.
So I think a lot of people's gonna hate me for doing the things that I'm gonna do, because I mean, Cape Town stock OEM plus is always kind of the preferred way. But like I said, I wanna.
So going against the grain.
I wouldn't say against the grain. It's like just something that I like to do. So the way I see it is like it's a canvas, and I want to complete the canvas. So exterior wise, there is a lot that I still want to do. So probably rear seat delete. I want to do half a cage in the car that matches the exterior, because this car's so aptly named the Thanos because of the purple and the silver. So I'm going to do probably purple cage in the car, switch up the bucket seats, get Ricardo's in the car, and then on the motor wise, because I saw this car in a supercharged state, I want to take it back to that. So it is a lot of saving, a lot of time is going to go into.
And that's expensive.
Yeah, it's very expensive, and it's something I need to contemplate and see what I still really want to do. But the engine's going to be done, and I really want to go supercharger. So for now, that's the plans. Hopefully there's no span in the works, but I like to move fairly quickly through the phases. So
and that's big plans. That's very big plans.
That's a lot, because like it's importing the parts, getting it here, getting the right people to do it.
And having the cash.
And like I said, because this is my daily car, I need to make sure that's going to be safe, reliable. So that's the important thing.
So it's Ashley's interrogation now. Welcome to the channel, sir.
Thanks, bro.
Straight into it. Why Honda?
I always loved Honda, to be honest. From a very, very young age, I always liked the Hondas. I still do, you know, the Honda Ballard VTEC and the Civic VTEC. Always loved those cars, you know, the VTEC, the lift, and things like that. So I always loved Honda over these other brands that I also like, but you know, Honda is one of those.
Honda's just special. It has some you have attachment to Honda.
Yeah, I had before the Accord, I actually had an EG that I owned like for 2 or 3 years. And it's actually also still a car that I miss a lot, because there was a.
So we know a Accord it's a big car. It's a family car, but it has a K. So family in the back, party in the front, something like that. So what mods visually, exterior, and performance-wise do you have in the car?
Currently, I don't. I have a few bolt-ons that I have in the car. Breather mods, basically.
Yeah, that's all you need.
Yeah, I got the J35 on. The Clown Performance Induction, I have the Type R Fn2 intake on, and then the exhaust, I have the 76mm single exit at the back, and and the Type R flywheel. That's what I have on the car currently. Nothing major like cams or anything like that.
HK is
tailpiece.
Tailpiece.
Yeah, that's what I have on the back of the box.
And it's visually, this car is very appealing. I like this look. What have you done to the car on the outside?
Okay, what I did to the car, actually, I did a few things about 2-3 months ago. I changed the boot spoiler on the car. Previously I had the 3-piece Mugen boot spoiler on the car, so I changed to this boot spoiler, and I made these custom side skirts with the help of my brother-in-law, as well as a front lip, but I don't have that on currently because the car is quite low. So I know if I'm gonna drive over one of those speed bumps, I can say goodbye to that lip.
Gone.
It's gone, yeah, it'll be completely gone.
Besides the rims and little add-ons and so forth, what have you actually done to the car since it's been in your ownership?
Well, I bought the car completely stock. It was stock standard. Everything was stock on the car. One of the first things I did in the car was like I mentioned, the coilovers is what I did in the car, and then I started adding a bit of exterior
Step by step.
Yeah, things step by step. I'm currently now with the different boot spoiler on, and I have now the side skirting. I have another boot spoiler which is with the 3-piece Mugen wing, and I have the Fn2 wheels that I had on before these wheels that I have on now. But yeah, the pieces was one of the main things that I did, and then I started doing like the bolt-ons, the breather mods and things like that.
As finance gets available and as you have time and stuff like that.
Yeah. And all my mods that I've done on the car is done by Daryl. He's well known in the under game. Yes, Mr. Clown Performance. So shout out to him as well. To Daryl for helping me out with everything that I need in the car. So yeah.
Any other honorable mentions to guys that helps you with the cars or gets you parts or stuff like that? Friends you want to mention?
Yeah, no. I have my other buddy Ziad Pool. He's also one of the guys that also assists me when I need my parts. So also shout out to him. He's always there to help out if I need a part or things like that. Then he's always has a part for me. And yeah, he's a lot of actually the court guys. Or I can actually also say the K series guys. He's like the first call that you call you need a part or
I
something
think
like that.
And Mr. Daryl.
Yeah, the clown,
people.
the clown performance guys. So shout out to them too, Daryl and Ziyad, for always assisting, and when I needed help, and I can always count on them.
Your little mods that you add on visually and so forth. Do you do it yourself or do you have help from other people, or what's the deal on that?
No, I definitely get help from other guys, mainly my brother-in-law. He's always helping me out. He actually helped me with the side skirting that we did, as well as the lip and things like that. Shout out to
the brother-in-law there.
So
every car, there's an owner always wants to be at a certain level with his car. So what's the future plans on your car?
Well, the future plans is I would like to get the on data setup on the car. It's one thing that is really bang for buck, if I can say it like
needed
that.
For the case.
For these K series motors, it opens up very well and things like that. But for now, I'm fine with what I've done on the car so far. Once you start on it's a never ending game and things like that. But that's one thing that I would do definitely want is the on data setup on the car. But it's like I mentioned, it's quite pricey and things like that.
Give the car a different feel to it, different personality.
Yeah.
So it'll make the car more alive, you can say it like
that. Yeah, definitely. Really, with the breather mods, it does that. But when you're having the on data setup to for that, those breather mods that you have on it does change the car completely.
The last thing for you, Cleo, any honorable mentions, people that helps you with the car, that helped with parts and stuff like that?
So definitely I like to give a big shout out to Clown Performance, always there for my tuning, always there for parts as well. So Ziad and Daryl, thank you so much. And then the car's always serviced and maintained by Garage State, so all my Hondas always gone there. Great service, and yeah, so thank you to those guys. Thank you for answering my late night calls and my questions when I'm confused. But yeah,
I think it will be a very insightful video, a fun video. Cleo had it and needed to go. His mother's birthday, like I said, so it's just me and Ashley now. But thanks for coming out for the day.
No problem. Thanks for having me,
Cleo. It's a pleasure. That's the video, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I'll try my best to put everything together. We're back. There's gonna be more content. I don't know when you guys are gonna see this video, but it's definitely coming. Do leave a like, comment, subscribe, and I guess that's that. Some cool features coming out, and I won't disappoint for the rest of this year, 2021. I'm gonna come with some cool content. So peace, guys.